98% of the people out there who think they need a business partner or who have a business partner really don't need one. Dude, I don't think the question should be, what is the right type of business partner? I think the question you should be asking me is, why does an entrepreneur even need a business partner? Truth be told, 98% of the people out there who think they need a business partner or who have a business partner really don't need one. Let me explain this to you. First and foremost, you probably got the business partner on board because, well, you and your friend had an idea and you guys figured that there would be less risk if both of you went in on the idea. You thought because you were high school friends or elementary school friends that you're both equally yoked in running this company. And I can tell you what's going to happen. It's not going to take long. And many of you listening to this podcast right now probably already know you begin to dislike, possibly even hate your business partner. You begin to have resentment towards them. You're passive aggressive with them. Maybe they're passive aggressive with you. Things start to get a little adversarial. Now there's two chefs in the kitchen and one's saying, dude, we should be a sushi restaurant. One's saying we should be a steak restaurant. Who's right? I don't know, but you got to go back to the beginning. Why did you go into the partnership anyway? Because you thought you would mitigate risk by bringing on a second person on board. What you really didn't realize is you created more complexity, right? It's no different than a marriage. If there's a 50% divorce rate right now across the country, and if we know, and I don't know any stats, but I know that the other 50% that aren't divorced, I bet you more than half of them want a divorce, which tells us what? That probably a quarter of marriages survive, like in a healthy way. Well, if that's the case, why even get into a complicated marriage with someone that you barely know? So the only time, so you're probably wondering, well, then what's that other 2%, right? What's the other 2% where it makes sense to have a business partner? Here it is. If one of you bring a very unique and specialized talent or skill that the other person doesn't have, then it might be worth partnership. Or if one of you bring a massive amount of funding that the other person couldn't get, there's a great possibility for a partnership. But if otherwise, you're like, look, we're going to create a coaching program. We're going to create a supplement line. We're going to create an apparel line. We're going to create a whatever. And you don't need a business partner because you can get a loan from a bank, because you can get the coaching that you need from a mentor who's already been there. Why bother getting a business partner only to end up splitting the profits? Because I know what you're thinking, man. You're thinking that if I get a business partner, I'm going to grow twice as quick and we're going to have twice the profits, which means I'm going to get to success twice as fast. I can tell you this, it's going to be twice as complicated. You're only going to get half the profits and you're going to end up making enemies with that person because statistically speaking, most people never end up surviving a healthy partnership.